Hey everybody, Thomas here. Now this is going to be the conclusion of the large black walnut log that we had on there when we were cutting the with the carbide tip blade when we didn't have it set or sharpened correctly. We're working on correcting that, but I wanted to show this is one of the boards that's going to be in this video here. This is the top section. Look at this crazy figured section right here. Just absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to get this thing finalized, dried up, and finished out. To give you an idea, that's 24 inches wide down there. The widest section right here is 30 inches. Overall length on this is about 7 foot. Beautiful piece. We cut off the other piece of this for something, I don't remember what. And then there's actually 2 more pieces right there. This is actually in my dad's barn up here in Tennessee. And as you can see, we have a myriad of woods here. This is just one method of storing that we use. Some people might say, that's crazy, that's whatever, but this is what we use, and this is what really worked out very well for us over the years. I like to store it in a vertical direction. It seems to help on drying. We do also have some other things stored in a horizontal position, and then we also just got some other things out of here. Some more black walnut, other big slabs, and then I have some cherry, some Chinese fir, mahogany, all sorts of stuff in here. But these are just some of the slabs that my dad has up here. We actually have hundreds and hundreds of slabs. These are just some of the ones that we're going to be working on, doing whatever with. But today was Thanksgiving. We had a fantastic Thanksgiving day. I actually finished up a cherry table for my mom today before everyone came here, and it was the dessert table. But that's another video sometime down the road. But let's get back to the video, the black walnut. Hope you enjoy. Please like, subscribe. We'll see you around. Thanks. Okay folks, we've done a few more cuts and we've had no nails. Now this is of course the opposite side of the log, what we were cutting before. We're gonna do one more cut on this side at the 2-inch scale, and then we're gonna flip the log back over and cut on the other side. Now, as of right now, I think we're about 12 inches or so. So we have roughly six slabs that will be coming off of this. That might be even a little more than 12 inches, but roughly about 6 slabs still to come off of this. So we're gonna cut one more on this side, get completely into the heartwood. We'll flip it back over, and then we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get through the log without hitting any more nails. This is our 3rd blade on here right now. Some people are probably laughing at me, but you know, we pulled 2 nails out of here. They were both in a general location, like the same general location. Whatever they were trying to hold up, I'm hoping only required 2 nails. We'll see. You never know. But slabs that are coming off are actually turning out pretty nice. Now this is, so just to give you an idea, a slab like this, I would actually cut that in half and sell these as 2 individual slabs, because you don't want to see all that sapwood there in the center. But people do like to see the transition between the heartwood and sapwood on the smaller stuff. So those would be pretty. We'll see how this slab turns out here, and we'll go from there. Stay tuned. All right folks, so my dad's cutting through this one and everything seems to be going very well. We are getting close to the danger zone of where this nail possibly could be. I'm thinking we're good though, at least on this cut. And when we flip it back over the other side, I do think we still have another nail in there, because I did trim up the bottom and we still have this black spot down here. So there is another nail in here somewhere. Just hoping we won't find it on this cut. You never know, but I mean, like I told my dad, this log is too valuable. I mean, even there are nails in there and we have the ability to sharpen our own blades or anything, I'm not too worried about hitting a nail. The last blade that I took off there, I could only find 1 tooth that was slightly rolled. So overall, it looked pretty good. We're just gonna hope and pray that we don't hit any more nails on this side. We'll turn the log over and cut. And what I might do is, like I spoke about earlier, we might try to make a mantle. I think making a mantle might be a good idea to try to encapsulate there. But we'll see kind of what the pith looks like. If the pith looks like it's good, then I might keep it as a board, but we'll see. We won't know until we get this slab off of here and see what she's doing. The blade's riding good. I don't see any rise in it, so I think we have not hit a nail on this side, so that's a good thing. And we'll see what it looks like once he comes through this log. good. He's cutting slow just because we've had this hard spot here at the very end. And we're just trying to feel it out and see what it's doing. Alright, so no nails. I don't know why he's going real slow at there at the end. I think he might have the control is slightly off there. But we're going to take a look. And we'll see what this has inside, so stay tuned. Okay, folks, here's our plan. We are going to do the next cut at 2.5 inches thick. Now, I'm going to kind of explain to you what we're doing here. We're trying to maximize and knock out 2 jobs that we know we have. And we're going to try to encapsulate some nails into those because they're going to be mantles. By cutting this at 2.5 inches thick, we've got 24 inches wide here, about where the stick is. It narrows down to 19 inches, and on the far end down there is at 30 inches. So we know we will have ample thickness to prevent any kind of cupping from going on. Okay, also where the stick is at 76 inches. We have mantles that need to be cut at 72 to 75 inches. So if we cut at 76 inches here, the nail zone that we know we're in danger is about right here. So we're going to first make that 2.5 inch thick cut, get that big slab off there. Then we're going to cut it right here. And then we'll save this other 90 something inches right here where we know there's no nails for tabletops and stuff like that, because we're also incorporating this beautiful knot section. And we know that there are still probably nails down here. The mantles that we're cutting are kind of interesting size. Both of them are 7 inches thick. Now, one of them is 7 by 8, which is essentially like a beam, and the other one is 7 by 12. These are very beefy mantles. But we know we have nails in here. We don't want to cut any more nails in here if we don't have to. So if we can incorporate them into a mantle, they shall be safe. Now, by cutting this down, we're just over 10 inches thick right now. We will cut down 2.5 inches, and that'll leave us roughly 8 inches to work with. We may have to come back and take off another inch off of here, or we might give them a little bit more. We're going to talk to the customers, but long story short, we know for sure there were 2 nails on this front surface here. We know there's probably another nail in this section right here. So by cutting 2.5 down, it'll keep us just above where this nail is thought to be. And then we're going to cut this section away and make that into some mantles, because actually there's a third mantle that I have to cut for someone, and I'm going to check the numbers, but I think this will actually do, because I think he said he needs 6 foot, but he only needs a 9 by 4. So we've got plenty of wood to work with to make at least 3 mantles. We'll make our return back solely on these mantle sections, and then all this over here is going to be bonus. So that's our plan. So we're going to set an F2 mode, Alt 2 mode. We're going to bring the blade up to the top of the log, hit F2, bring it down 2.5 inches, make that cut. Then I'll get out here with the chainsaw, cut this off, and then we'll continue cutting on this one, and then we'll come back to cut this at the very end where we know that there's potential for nails. So we'll do the last cuts with the blade through there. So, one other thing, as we're cutting into this slab, this is really cool. We dropped this slab, and Dad saw something pop up. Look at this, folks. That is an acorn. So at some point, way back in this tree's life, a squirrel put acorn right in there. Isn't that cool? I just thought that was awesome. Pretty neat stuff. That looks to be like probably like a white oak or something like that. But inside of a black walnut tree. Pretty awesome. Folks, that right there is beautiful. 24 wide, then it narrows down to about 19, and then it bells out there where the crotch is out to 30. We've already gone and we didn't hit any nails, thank goodness. We've already gone through and we've done our cut with the chainsaw. So this is 79 inches now, which gives us a few inches to work with on the mantles we got to cut. And I said 3 mantles, we're going to get 2 mantles out of this. And they have some really weird proportions. And my dad's going to talk to the customers before he finalizes cutting up this for them. But this, folks, right here, this is the money section. Now you'll see this black mark on here. This black mark on here is actually because I stopped the blade in the cut and I had to trim just a smidge over there to allow the guide to go by because we had to log a little bit that way. So I stopped it in the cut. It will leave a little mark like that, but it doesn't hurt anything. You can sand that right out. That just, the blade just sat there just for a second. Tannic acid starts to work on that metal like right away. It doesn't take any time at all to get some bluing into, especially on black walnut. But again, look at this figure. That right there, folks, is gorgeous. Absolutely love it. And we will continue cutting these slabs probably about 2 and 2 1/4. I got to figure out, because I did get off on my scale on that last cut, so I got to figure out what I have left here and how I'm going to cut them so that I get an even number of slabs at an even thickness. So I'll do some math and everything. I can use the computer, that'd be close, but one of my slabs will be slightly off if I use the computer. But other than that, I'm liking the way this looks. Just very, very beautiful. And this right here is just shy of 8 foot. So these would make some great, like, actually really big coffee tables or something like that. Or even dining room table if you say take 2 of these pieces, do some epoxy or something between it. But they're just beautiful. I mean, beautiful specimen of black walnut. Could not be happier way this is turning out. So we're gonna go ahead and finish cutting up some of this stuff, and we'll see what some of the rest of these slabs look like at the very end of the video. So stay tuned. Okay, folks, I don't have my tripod with me, so you're going to bear with me. I'm going to use a piece of ash up against this post and hopefully get a time lapse of me cutting these last few slabs. You got to see the final product, what these are going to look like. They're going to look fantastic. So I got to show some kind of cutting. I want to show real time, but it's just proving too difficult to try to orchestrate this. So time lapse, cutting this last few, I think it's gonna be 3 slabs. I'm cutting them at 2 1/4 inches. I've already made 1 cut just to get onto that scale and everything. The cut that's coming off about 1 inch thick, I'll turn that into some cutting boards and some other stuff. Stay tuned, here we go. All right, folks, so as we started off this video with the carbide tip tooth blade, had some issues. I think the nails didn't help, maybe the speed of the cut, whatever that may be. But this black walnut, this is gorgeous. This right here is absolutely gorgeous, especially this figured section right here. Now, I just poured water on here, and I'll show you some of the other slabs, but I mean, that's gorgeous. I mean, there's 2 real nice figured sections on pretty much each of these pieces. So we got 3 at 2 1/4 inches. Now these will darken up. Fresh cut black walnut kind of looks this light color, but this will darken up to a very dark and rich color. As you can see, this slab right here as well, tons of figure right in there. Gorgeous. And you can see how wide that figure section is. I mean, that's as wide as my hand and quite long. Kind of a weird set of eyes almost there, but very neat log right there. And also we have this piece right here at the full length of nearly 15 feet. Pretty awesome. Again, 24 at that end, narrowing down to 19 here, about 30 there. These are actually slightly larger. That's probably 22 or so inches wide there. And then my final slab that I have is right there. Just absolutely beautiful. I mean, just the figured section alone on this, over the top, over the top. That'd be beautiful in a table. I just love that. Pretty cool stuff. And then, as you can see, our mantle section that we cut off there, it does have the nails in it. The nails, I guess, on the other side, where we hit the actual nails and we pulled them out. And on the other end down there, it does have a knot. I think we're gonna have the customers come over and take a look at this. And we want to show them the scale of the log. The log is very, very large. I wanna make sure that they understand, like 7 inches thick is quite a thick mantle. Now this is actually at 8 inches right now, or maybe, yeah, I think it's 8 inches right now. But 7 inches is quite thick, and then we'll have them take a look at it and see what they think. And yeah, overall pretty happy. Total count, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The mantle over here, there's a slab over there, 7, and then my dad took off a few slabs over there as well. And yeah, overall very happy the way this turned out. Just beautiful black walnut. I will have to do some more testing with that carbide tip tooth blade and talk to my dad some more on that, but I think the carbide tip tooth blades are worth it. We just got to figure out if we're sharpening it correctly or what the deal is there. Yeah, so stay tuned. I will have more videos. Hopefully I will release the first carbide tip tooth video, shows the actual cutting, and then I'm gonna take this blade back to Mr. Robert. We're gonna do some work with it. But yeah, how's that for another day on the 2220? Very happy with this mill, very powerful, doesn't even skip a beat. All right, please like, subscribe. We'll see you around, and have a great day, y'all.